Good afternoon, lovely people. Coming to you live from Colombo. It has been, as I updated you in the morning, it's been a rainy day. It's rained for the last 12 hours non-stop. Pavan, hi to you. And it is drizzling even now. It's reduced now for the first time during this day. The rain has kind of reduced a bit, which is why now I can do this video and update you with the latest happenings. That's why I can come out in outdoors and do the videos, because up until now, since last night to now, it was raining so heavily that I had to do all my videos indoors. Now I'm doing it outdoors. What you see behind me is the beautiful Taj in Colombo, the Indian team hotel. That's where the Indian team is in the comforts of their rooms. But they practiced today, and that's the update that I will bring you. What happened at practice, who all were there. So it was an optional practice session, so no compulsion for all players to come. But remember, India last practice before the Pakistan game, a full practice happened before the Pakistan game. Next day was the Pakistan game. After that, there was a gap between the Nepal game. Indian team didn't practice. Then there was a Nepal game. Then the day after the Nepal game, the Indian team travelled, so no practice. The day after that also the Indian team didn't practice. Today was the first practice session after the practice session before Pakistan game. So Pakistan was, so first of August was the last time Indian team practiced, today being the 7th of August, and today also it was an optional practice session, not compulsory for everyone to attend. So who are the people that attended? A total of 6 players came from the squad of 18, and now they are fully 18 because, as I informed you, KL Rahul had also reached Colombo. So in the squad of 18, 6 of them came for the practice session. Prathamesh is saying September and not August. Yeah, that's correct. Apologies for that. I got my month mixed up. Yes, 1st of September was the last time they practiced. Yeah, coming back to the players that came. 6 players came. That the 6 players were Shubman Gill, KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, Shardul Thakur. So these are the 6 players that came for practice today. The practice happened in an indoor facility, and because most of them were batters, they all practiced on their batting apart from Shardul Thakur. But Shardul Thakur also actually practiced for their batting also. If you're wondering why did none of the bowlers come, that's primarily because, you know, in indoor nets, let me try and explain, in indoor nets there isn't that much of a run-up area. So fast bowlers anyway cannot get into the full rhythm. The running off area is very small. And also in indoor nets you can't have the bowlers bowling full throttle because it's tough and it's not the real actual pitch. So it's very dangerous for batters, which is why if a Shami or a Siraj or Bumrah is not here, but if they were to bowl, it would be very dangerous. So for fast bowlers, it doesn't really make sense to do indoor practice. It's effectively for batters, you know, to get into the groove. Even batters don't get exact practice that you'll get in the practice pitches, but still it's some sort of you know, practice time that you get in indoor nets. So that's why you had mostly batters. Shardul also concentrated on his batting, the only bowling all-rounder who was there at practice, and even Hardik, it was mostly batting that they concentrated on. Now the big talking points, KL Rahul, we saw him practice for the first time here in Sri Lanka. I know he's been practicing in the NCA, played those 2 practice games as well, but we saw him practice for the first time, and he batted for very long. I mean, must have been a good 20 minutes, half an hour. He had 2 stints of batting, batted for very long. Didn't see him in any sort of discomfort. So he was batting there. There was an interesting moment that happened. KL Rahul's batting was being filmed by the video analyst on an iPad. And then when he filmed a bit of his batting, then Rahul Dravid, the coach and the batting coach in Vikram Rathore, saw those visuals very closely of what KL Rahul was batting like. While KL Rahul waited, they saw those visuals. There was no feedback immediately to KL Rahul, but I saw them talking to KL Rahul later. So maybe the feedback of what they saw on those visuals was given to KL Rahul by the main coach in Rahul Dravid and Vikram Rathore. So that was about KL Rahul. He batted a lot. If you want to know whether he kept wickets or not, no, he did not keep any wickets. Could be 2 reasons behind that. One, as I said, there is no run-off area, there is no wicket-keeping area also for you to keep while the bowlers are bowling, because in indoor nets, you effectively, the wickets are here and the wall is right there, so there's no chance that you can do any wicket-keeping as well. So he did not do, but I thought maybe he'll do some wicket-keeping drills, because after his batting he was doing a few drills, but no, he did not do any wicket-keeping drills as well, though a lot of time was spent by KL Rahul doing fitness training. Rajni, the trainer, was there and he was making him go through various drills. The drills were ranging from, kicking a football in a certain way to get your, lower back and your, hamstring and your legs moving, the area which has been a bit of a concern for KL, to get that moving, especially on his left area, left. So he was kicking the football, so not very hard, but gradually. So he was assessing a lot of his movement of the left leg. That pendulum movement of the left leg is what Rajni, the trainer, was looking at. Also, he made him do a few short sprints and time those sprints. I mean, basically fitness assessment and seeing, gradually how he's improving. So those things were done, but batting he did without any discomfort, and so did Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer, I think, in terms of fitness is doing much tougher drills than even KL Rahul. In the gym yesterday also, Shreyas was working very hard and doing some very hardcore exercises, which tells you that he's completely recovered from that injury, and he spent a lot of time batting today. Hardik Pandya was batting a lot, so was Shubman Gill and Surya Kumar Yadav and Shardul Thakur. So more focus today in the practice session was around the Indian team's batting. So that is what happened in the practice session. I must tell you, the weather condition, as I said, it's been raining for 12 hours and it's not looking good. Right now it's stopped but still drizzling, but otherwise it's been raining very heavily. The problem is, I'm telling you this now, no matter what the weather is, the game that is to happen on the 9th between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, I can tell you now, will not happen in Colombo, because the amount of water that is there at the Premadasa Stadium, that needs at least 2 days of clear weather for that water to go away. Yesterday was clear weather, not sunny, but at least no rain, and we thought, oh, good signs, maybe today also clear weather and maybe the conditions may become slightly better and you can play. No, it's rain, so it's undone any sort of advantage that you got yesterday because of no rain. It's undone that, which means that even if it stops raining right now on the 7th, by 9th I don't think the water can be really drained out at the Palakkale Stadium. So even now the game on the 9th between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh is under threat. Now a day later is India-Pakistan. We'll know if it continues to rain tomorrow also, day after, then even that will be under threat. Doesn't matter what the weather is on the 10th. So that is the weather situation right now. Not looking good in Colombo. Most likely a lot of games, if the weather continues like this, are going to be washed out as was expected. Now I see a lot of comment, Hum Mantota Palakkale should have happened, not happened, why it's not happened. I've spent 2 days explaining that, the powers that be, the ones who decide, maybe they can take that call and decide what to do, but it's not happening, and that's it. Ali Bajwa ji sending love from Pakistan. Love back to you as well. Thank you for joining our chat, and for everyone who's joining in. If you have any questions that I can answer, there's one where Shubham is saying absurd possibility of dropping Shreyas Iyer for KL. You could see that maybe just for rotational basis. Rotational because you want to see the rhythm of each player. So you can get 2 games, maybe to Shreyas, 2 to KL, 2 to Ishan, and maybe rotate like that. But for that, games need to happen, my friend. How is the game going to happen with this sort of a situation that we're getting? People are asking, has rain stopped right now? Kind of stopped, but still slight drizzle, but not the heavy rain that we've seen. But the damage is done. Damage is done. I'll tell you how the ground will look like. I'll show you. You see the grass here. This is next to the ocean. You see the grass. Can you see the puddles, water puddles on the grass? There are lots of them. I don't know if you can see it clearly on the camera. Lots of puddles. That's exactly how it is at the Premadasa Stadium. They put covers, but yet so much rain has happened, it's seeped in. Puddles are like that. So to dry this, you need 2 days of clear weather, which I'm afraid is not happening here. It's not happening. Somebody is asking, the broadcaster happy? Obviously not. Obviously not. Broadcasters would not be happy. If I was a broadcaster, I wouldn't be happy. Questions need to be asked of the organizers, everyone put together, all boards, Asian Cricket Council, everyone. Not great news, I'm afraid. You're not going to get too much cricket. Last minute chance of moving it to Hambantota? No chance now. No chance now. The two teams will also arrive here shortly. Bangladesh, Pakistan are supposed to reach here at 4 o'clock. They'll arrive here shortly. But no chance of it now being shifted to Hambantota. That ship has sailed. Ego over cricket, all of you are saying, making the valid point here. People are talking about reserve day. There could be a reserve day maybe for India Pakistan is what we're getting to here, because rest of the match there is no gap. So how can you have a reserve day? No gap at all. For example, the Bangladesh Sri Lanka game, no gap for the next match. How will you have a reserve day? No chance, Raman, of going to Palakele or anywhere else. No chance. No chance of UAE. All of you are coming out suggestions. I value those suggestions because you're making it for the love of the game, for the love of the sport, but none of that is going to happen. Unfortunate. Sad. Okay, I'm going to take your leave. Meanwhile, not much of cricket happening, so I did some other stories for you. I went to Kumar Sangakkara Mahila Jayavardhane's restaurant and enjoyed some crab there. That story is going to be up on Sports Today very shortly, in the next half an hour or so. So do check that out. If you're in Colombo, that's a place to go to. I'll share that experience. That's all I can do right now. Not much cricket going to happen. What happened at the practice, I've already updated you. So Abhishek is saying perfectly. अब तो गई भैंस पानी में, quite literally भैंस गई आपकी पानी में. कामरान लंदन से ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं. हाय कामरान, होप यू आर वेल. ठीक ठाक हैं आप. Surya should be in cricket cast कह रहे हैं. How will you put Surya in here? It's tough right now because I think the rotation is going to be between Ishan, KL and Shreyas. That's not a reflection of them being as, who's the front runner or not. It's only the way you can try them. Maybe make few changes, rotation. उसकी वजह से ही होगा. ठीक है. A lot of your questions are repetitive यार. वो मैंने when we started the video I had answered that, so check the video out if you're joining us right now. I've given the details, exact details of the practice session that happened of the Indian team a short while ago. For the moment मुझे आप इजाज़त दीजिए. Thank you so much for joining. Bye bye. Nikhil Na signing off. Subscribe to Sports Today यार if you haven't already, please. Bye.